Here's a giant thank you to all my Patreon members. Your support is greatly appreciated. Hey guys, it's Nova Joe, and I wanted to do another DLC 1 Lost Days weapon overview. And today I'm actually going to be covering 3 weapons for the Wing Diver. We're going to be taking a look at the level 100 Spark Whip ZAM, Z-A-M. We're going to be taking a look at the Plasma Cannon G and the Glow Spear Twin. So let's go ahead and take a look at the details on each of these weapons here. Now, the Plasma Cannon G is a range weapon, and what is cool about it is that it uses barely any energy when you charge it up. It's a large plasma cannon developed for use by elite units. Its destructive power and blast range exceed those of the F-type. Now, as you can see, it only fires one shot, which personally, that's my favorite type of plasma cannon, is just the one-shotter. I don't like it when it shoots out a bunch. It's just a disaster waiting to happen is what that is. And right now, I've currently only got the damage at 1800, so it's not super powerful yet, but it does do a good job on some of the lower difficulties regarding the damage. But you're going to see here, because I'm going to be playing on Inferno, you're going to see just how well this weapon works. And once it gets leveled up to its highest potential, it's going to be even more effective. It has a blast range of 900 meters. As you can see, my blast area is still at 0, but it's 13-meter blast area. Accuracy is A. Energy cost is 160, and that is only going to get better. Charge time is 1.2 seconds, and that's only going to get better. This plasma cannon, as you're going to see in this video, is really, really sweet. Okay, next is the Spark. Why do I have so much trouble saying this word? Spark Whip ZAM, level 100. The finalized version of the Spark Whip. It diffuses 12 beams of energy horizontally, enabling it to attack over a wider area. Its energy consumption has also been reduced, making it easier to handle. Although it's devastating, the emitted energy disappears instantly and its range is short. The energy tends to be reflected when it hits objects, so can be used to attack multiple enemies at once. So this weapon fires out these electric blasts, and these electric blasts can reflect onto other targets. So it is good that way. Just know that it has a very short range. But as you can see here, it has a capacity of 19 shots. And what's nice about that is it's magazine fed, so it's not going to be taken away from your energy tank until it's time to reload. You can fire 2 shots a second, so you're able to fire a nice bit of damage out there. And it fires out 12 bolts, each bolt doing 220 points of damage, which obviously can be leveled up. 97-meter range, which can be leveled up. Energy cost is 141.2. It's not much to recharge this. Has an S++ accuracy and a charge time of 1.5 seconds. That's maxed out. This is really good for when enemies get right up in your face, and you can blast them with it. And the closer they get, the more likely you are to hit them with more of the electric bolts that come out of this. So you got to, at a distance, you might hit them with a couple of them, but the closer they get, the more you can just pour that damage right into them. Also works really good on the giant bug enemies. When I say bug enemies, I meant to say boss enemies. The giant bosses, the kings and the queens, because even at a distance, if you fire this, because of their size, you're going to catch them with a lot of those bolts. So you're going to do a lot of damage to them. It's a really good weapon. Next up is the Glow Spear Twin, and I call this the save my butt weapon, because when you are in the middle of recharging a weapon, or you have ran out of energy and you're trying to basically gain some ground so that you can get your plasma core recharged, this Glow Spear Twin is a type of it has its own little energy tank. Basically, it recharges on its own, doesn't use anything from your own plasma core. So it can defend you if you got enemies coming upon you fast. You fire it out and it does a lot of damage, a whole lot of damage. Improved pulsar spear that fires particle beams in 2 directions. So it's kind of like it's a small V pattern when it goes out. So it's not so far spread that it's useless. It does still go out in front of you with a slight V. So but it does still primarily hit right in front of you. In order to shorten the reload time, the sphere's total energy has been halved, therefore its beam can only be emitted for a short period of time. A device that produces an energy sphere that fires a particle beam. The sphere emits a powerful beam while airborne, albeit for a short period of time. What this does is, currently in its current state at 2 stars, it'll do around between 7,000 and 8,000 points of damage, and it reloads in 3.4 seconds, and then it's ready to fire again. This thing is awesome. And as you're going to see in this video, I take on 2 giant ants, as well as a bunch of smaller ants on Inferno on mission 126, and you're going to see just how effective this is at dealing out damage. So, alright. And then I'm also going in with the VZ Plasma Core, but it's a level 88 base game Plasma Core, but it does the trick for this. So, let's go ahead and jump on into the video and check out these weapons in action. Alright guys, this is mission 126 on Inferno. One of my favorite missions to play on Inferno because it's so chaotic. There's just so many enemies, and it's a perfect test ground for weapons. So anyway, here we go with the Plasma Cannon G. As you can see, this thing fires off turbo fast, 1.2 seconds for a full charge, and that can be improved by finding more of this weapon. But as you can see, I'm standing here. It is barely taking any of my energy to recharge this thing, and it does 1,800 points of damage over a 13-meter blast area, so you can snag a few enemies with this. And as I was stating in the beginning of the video, my stats are really low on this weapon, so this weapon can only get better. But as you can see, it is just a very powerful, very effective weapon that can be fired fast and is wonderful to fire into a crowd of enemies. So I'm just kind of working on these queens here. We've got the black ant and the gray ant, both queens, and I'm guessing they're both queens. I'm assuming they're queens. And they are just firing their acid here, and I'm just peppering this gray one here with that weapon. Now, that right there is the Glow Spear Twin, and as you can see, it did 7,500 points of damage. Now, I think I probably got it with all 90 or close to all 90. But as you can see, there's another 6,000 points right there. It just delivered about 13,000 points of damage in just a matter of less than 10 seconds. So it is very powerful, very, very powerful. And right there, you can see that I did 8,500 points of damage with that one blast from the Plasma Cannon G because of that blast radius. So here we go, a little Spark Whip action. Not super powerful right now in its current state, but it is very, very powerful if they get right in your face. So at a distance, it's good for crowd control. I'll just say that because it does reflect off of the enemies. It does reflect off of them, and does do a lot of damage the closer they get to you. So it is very effective. There we go, another little Glow Spear Twin. I'm trying to keep the name straight here. And so this has, I'm just going to let you guys know, I managed to beat both ants, both of the queen ants with this setup right now on this. And it just goes to show that this is an effective setup. Even with all those little ones running around down there, I'm still able to defeat them. And there we go, do a little bit more damage. It says it's got a 90, I think it was 96, 97 meter range on the Glow Spear Twin. But that's all you need, because these ants stay right up on you, and it'll hit them. It'll hit them, and there is no fall-off damage. So whether you hit them at 1 meter or over at 97 meters, it's going to do the same amount of damage. Look at that. Look at that. It did 6,000 points of damage in no time. And if you look right up there, it just reloaded. 3.4 second reload on that. Very, very effective. Plasma Cannon G works really well from the air because it does not take a lot of energy to recharge. So get over here, get some distance, and rinse and repeat on this. So like if you were playing on, like right now with its current stats, if you were playing like trying to clear up hard difficulty or for the Wing Diver, you could blow through the hard difficulty with this setup right here, no problem at all. because of that 13-meter blast radius doing 1,800 points of damage, you're going to clear out the whatever vermin you're firing at fairly easily. So I'm just going to keep moving around here, keep my distance, don't let them get too close. And you can already see those damage indicators already. I call them indicators here. I mean, obviously it's the wounds, the wounds on the giant mother ants there. You can already see. Now look right there. Look right there with the Spark Whip ZAM. As I was mentioning earlier, when you fire this at one of these boss enemies, the vast majority of those electric bolts are going to hit, so you're going to do a lot of damage to the bigger enemies. It's the smaller enemies that you're probably going to miss some on. It does do a good job against them, but if you fire this on a boss, you're going to be filling it full of damage very quickly, very quickly. And especially since it has a 19 round capacity right now, you can fire quite a bit before you have to reload. Look at that, barely nicked him, did almost 3,000 points of damage. And so this is actually a pretty good setup, So you could tear through the easier difficulties right now with this, no problem. You could probably even fare pretty well on hardest with my weapons in their current state. Now, with them leveled up to max, I would say that on Inferno, you probably still would struggle by yourself unless you had a lot of armor, obviously. But you would be a really good asset on a team because of being able to hit and run like this and not be too concerned. You just have to be careful of doing splash damage to your teammates with that plasma cannon G. So, all right, here we go. Getting a little distance, recharge a little bit more. I do have the loading core G. I think that's what it's called, loading core G level 100. But it's not good with this setup right here. It's not good at all. It uses too much energy. So here we go, getting some more distance, trying to find some health. Definitely got to get some health. All right, there's a little bit right there. And we got one little stray ant that has decided to get away from the pack. All right, here we go. Come on, get a little closer. We're going to reload here in just a second, and you're going to see right there, reloads super fast, Spark Whip does. So right there, the electric damage was reflecting back and forth between the enemies. Peppered him good for another 7,000 points of damage. Golly, that glow spear twin is just awesome. I love those types of weapons that you have here for the wing diver. That has really enhanced her offensive capabilities, made her just even better than she was in the past. So here we go. Yeah, like you see, it takes a little while on the little guys because you're not hitting them so much with all the electric blasts. But man, you line it up just right, and you're going to pour the damage to them. There you go. Watch it. Yeah, I hit him with four of them because he did 880 points of damage. But look right there, 24, 24, 18, or 19, 19. So yeah, you can really pour the damage into the boss monsters with the Spark Whip. All right, go over here, reload a little bit. As you all know, the damage clips through buildings, so you're not really super safe. You're somewhat safe, but not super safe. And just completely, oh no, I did do a little damage there. But look at that, 2,600 points of damage with that Spark Whip lined up just right. Boom. 8,000 points of damage right there. And we got both of them coming after me here. Get some more distance. Keep them as far away as possible. Boom, hit them again. Little plasma cannon G. Doesn't do a ton of damage right now, but it just looks really good. It's really spectacular. Oh, there we go. The first mama ant has bit the dust. She is down and out. All right, there we go. Let's hit this one. Got him or her. I don't know. I don't really care. It's just a big giant ant, and you got to kill the big giant ants. So there we go. All right, that one almost gone. We just got to do a little bit more evading. Got to be careful not to run out of energy. And Just keep on moving. And he snagged me. I forgot about that. Yeah. And thankfully, the Spark Whip was able to take him out and not reflect back on me. Now, that doesn't mean that it doesn't reflect. I'm not 100% sure if it will reflect back on me. I know it reflects off of enemies, but I don't know if it actually does damage to you. But I can tell you right there, I used it and it didn't do any damage to me at all when getting away from that ant. So it did seem to be a safe weapon to use there. I do need to test that further. All right, here we go. Trying to get in my face. Boom. All right. Closer they got, the more damage I was dealing. Oh, got to watch out for the acid spitters there. Here we go. All right, come on. Reload. There we go. Blast them. Hit him for another 8,000 points. Yeah, you don't want to reload anything while you're in the air. So I'm leaving one round in the Spark Whip. All right. Ooh, did another bit of damage there. 6,000 points. Dodge the acid. Reload again. There we go. Oh, I'm down to 38 points of armor. All right, here we go. Let's get out of here. Nobody's dropping health, which is a rarity because I've had so many matches where that was all that was laying on the ground was 85% health or armor, whatever you want to call it. I call it health. All right, get away. Probably gonna get hit now. I did evade this. I forgot. I did survive. All right, he is almost gone. She is almost gone. Josiah, what do you think?
I'm gonna say it's a she.
You're gonna say it's a she? We're gonna go with that. No, Josiah says that is a giant queen, so we're gonna call it a queen. I don't know much about the ant kingdom, if some of the male ants have wings or not, but we're just gonna go with it being a queen. All right, come on, boom! Look at that, got him. Got her. All right, guys, that is the Spark Whip ZAM level 100, the Plasma Cannon G level 102, the Glow Spear Twin level 103, all from DLC 1 Lost Days. So if you haven't snagged these weapons yet, keep on farming because they're really good weapons. All right, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. And leave a comment, guys. Tell me what you think of these weapons. Tell me if you use them. All right, guys. As always, what do we say, Josiah?
Take care. God bless. Keep on gaming.
All right, there we go. Keep on gaming, boys and girls. And I will see you later on the next EDF episode.